Impulse Consortium proudly presents Theory of Zeal, the hustle learn self-improvement now and become better at managing it. Hari N. Author Disclaimer: although the publisher and author made every effort to ensure that the information in this book was correct at the time of publication, and while this publication is intended to provide accurate information in regard to the subject matter covered, the publisher and author accept no responsibility for any errors, inaccuracies, omissions, or other inconsistencies herein, and hereby disclaim any liability to any party for any loss, damage, or disruption caused by errors or omissions. The publisher and author make no assurances about the level of success you will have if you follow the advice and tactics in this book, and you accept the risk that results will vary from person to person. The testimonies and examples in this book depict exceptional outcomes that may or may not apply to the average reader, and are not intended to indicate or guarantee that you will attain the same or similar outcomes. Copyright 2022 by Hari N. All rights reserved. No part of this publication may be reproduced, stored in a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means, electronic, mechanical, photocopying, recording, scanning, or otherwise, without the prior written permission of the author. Limit of liability / disclaimer of warranty: this publication is designed to provide accurate and authoritative information in regard to the subject matter covered. It is sold with the understanding that neither the author nor the publisher is engaged in rendering legal, investment, accounting or other professional services. While the publisher and author have used their best efforts in preparing this book, they make no representations or warranties with respect to the accuracy or completeness of the contents of this book and specifically disclaim any implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. No warranty may be created or extended by sales representatives or written sales materials. The advice and strategies contained herein may not be suitable for your situation. You should consult with a professional when appropriate. Neither the publisher nor the author shall be liable for any loss of profit or any other commercial damages, including but not limited to special, incidental, consequential, personal, or other damages. Name of the book: Theory of Zeal. Subtitle of the book: The Hustle. Author / editor / publisher: Hari N. Memoir. Some names and identifying details of people described in this book have been altered to protect their privacy. Medical / health advisory. An important note: this book is not intended as a substitute for the medical recommendation of physicians or other healthcare providers. Rather, it is intended to offer information to help the reader cooperate with physicians and health professionals in a mutual quest for optimum well-being. Identity: the identities of people described in the case histories have been changed to protect patient confidentiality. The publisher and the author are not responsible for any goods and / or services offered or referred to in this book and expressly disclaim all liability in connection with the fulfillment of orders for any such goods and / or services and for any damage, loss, or expense to person or property arising out of or relating to them. First printing edition, April, 2022. Virtualized address as per the requirements. Mail, siharinutrajan@gmail.com. Acknowledgement: first and foremost, my sincere gratitude to all the organizations that made me learn a lot regarding the contents. This book wouldn't have been possible without the corporate organizations large and small that allowed me to develop and test insight-related ideas in projects, workshops, and consulting engagements over the last 5+ years. I owe an enormous debt of gratitude to those who gave me detailed and constructive comments on one or more topics. They gave freely of their time to discuss nuances of the text and pushed me to clarify concepts, explore particular facets of insight work, and explain the rationales for specific recommendations. I am also immensely grateful to my family, who has allowed me to use personal learning laboratory. What an indescribable pleasure it is to often meet with people who are genuinely interested in ideas, who render a constructive critique of any material, suggestion, or practice that comes before them, and who are always eager to test new ideas, new ways of thinking, and new practices. I want to acknowledge the Wonder Woman, who has made my professional life such a pleasure. Prajitha has constantly encouraged me to get that book done. I can't thank her enough for being my unrelenting source of inspiration to challenge how things get done in the corporate world. She was kind enough to invite me to consider including this book in the Ethical Life series, Lithologics. I've greatly appreciated her counsel during the final stages of completing the manuscript. My family deserves special words of appreciation for their vision to create the non-fictional book series and for ensuring that the classic author-publisher challenges were surmounted before they arose. Their design brought a sense of required proportion to all our conversations around book cover design and related matters. I am deeply indebted to my teachers and lab assistants for their wonderful support and guidance. My sincere gratitude to publishers and distributors for their support to me, which made this book reach its higher supply and made me feel blessed. I've to thank all the readers who are the reason of my success and outreach of this book with their immense pleasure. Finally, I would like to praise and thank God, the Almighty, who has granted countless blessing, knowledge, opportunity, and courage that made me not to give up on this book, which is 14th of mine alone, and drove me to achieve my desired goals, which is to be fought solely against the inner demons of mine in the hell's arena, or so-called devil's workshop. Sai Hari, Author 2, Theory of Zeal, The Hustle Table of Contents. Preface. V. Introduction. 6 Chapter 1, Elemental Crisis, Fundamental Pillars. 2. In Search of Material Riches. 9. Living up to your highest expectations. 13. A life worth living. 14. Life optimization. 18. Listen to discover your deeper purpose. 20. Chapter 2, Analysis of Execution, the top 5 dying people's regrets. 37. Big 5 enemies. 39. Mind the process, not the results. 44. Goal setting. 46. Importance of goal setting. 53. The ups and downs of life. 57. Deal with disillusionment. 61. Chapter 3, Stimulated Chaos, 4 Harsh Facts. 73. Focus on gender priorities, not gender equality. 83. Chapter 4, Segmental Value, Turn Envy into Secret Superpower. 89. 12 Ways to take better care of yourself that actually work. 98. Exercises in Self-Love, 111. 3 Theory of Zeal, The Hustle Chapter 5, Perception by Spirituality, Most Meaningful Gift. 115. Confronting Fears allows to produce best work. 119. Happiness can be anything you wish it to be. 127. Happiness is difficult to come by. 132. Stop looking at life as a competition. 134. The black hole from which all success seeps. 143. Failure is part of life, deal with it. 156. Chapter 6, Amazing Individuality, Realization of Motivation. 161. What does equality actually refers to? 168. Chapter 7, Triggering the Consciousness, Overcoming the Fear. 176. Effects of Betrayal. 187. Chapter 8, Paradox of Fortitude, Handling the Relationship. 199. Thoughts on Parenting. 208. Chapter 9, Tilting Concepts, Values of Simplicity. 219. Why Memories are Priceless. 223. Chapter 10, Driven Methodology, Self-Esteem Means Self-Centered. 232. Accomplishing the Duties and Responsibility. 247. Appendix. 253. Reference. 254. 4 Preface. Preface. The principles described in this book provide the most concise and reliable philosophy of individual success ever presented for the benefit of the man or woman seeking a specific life goal. You will gain a lot from the book if you know that it was not designed to entertain you before you start reading it. In a week or a month, you won't be able to thoroughly digest the contents. You will identify the secret at least once in each chapter if you are ready to put it to action. I wish I could tell you how you'll know whether you're ready, but that would take away a lot of the benefit you'll get from discovering it on your own. Perhaps, after reading it, you will discount any suspicions you may have had at the start of the book that it promised too much. Also, If you've ever been discouraged, if you've faced challenges that sapped your spirit, if you've tried and failed, or if you've ever been hampered by illness or physical ailment, this book could be the oasis in the desert of lost hope that you've been looking for. Introduction. Each of us has our own set of life lessons to impart. Whether you're a teacher, a doctor, a mother, a caregiver, or a writer and author, the life lessons you've learned are important and can help others. I wish I had learned so many lessons while I was young enough to appreciate and implement them. The issue about wisdom, and frequently life lessons in general, is that we only learn them after we've needed them. The good news is that our experiences and the lessons we've learned can help others. One of the most difficult aspects of changing your life is remembering to put what you've learned into practice when faced with temptation, irritation, or adversity. Anyone can read about a technique and follow it, but remembering to do so in the actual world is difficult. I've wanted to change the world since I was a child, but I didn't know how or what I wanted to do with my life as I grew up. I kept gazing outward, never completely feeling comfortable or at ease, until I came upon these words by Rumi, a 13th century poet. That's when I realized that any change I want to see in my life must start with me. And all of the change you want to see in your life starts with you. If you change the inside, the outside will follow. The truth is that you have the ability to create whatever you desire, but you are the obstacle between where you are and where you want to be. You, not time, money, or circumstances. 6th Theory of Zeal, the hustle. What's more, do you know why? It's because you're your own worst enemy. The sooner you realize this, and the sooner you embrace it, the sooner you'll want to figure out how to change. And once more, Rumi's wise words chime in, ringing true. Yesterday you were intelligent, so you wished to transform the world. You are wise now, thus you are transforming yourself. Some people are content to coast through life, hoping to land exactly where they need to be and knowing what to do when the time comes. Others, on the other hand, make active choices to comprehend who they are and what they want, as well as to develop goals that will keep them on track. Some people believe that they have no influence over what happens in their lives. These are the people that sit back and wait for whatever life throws at them. They have few ambitions and usually hope for the best, believing that life will be kind to them and that they will finally find themselves in the right place at the right time. Others, on the other hand, see that life is a wonderful opportunity for learning and fulfilling one's greatest potential. These people go out of their way to learn about how the world works. As they set off in the direction of their desires, they create goals and study everything they can. People that fall into the second category are more likely to succeed because they pay attention to the lessons that life has to offer. However, understanding how to cope with the lessons that life has to provide is an important element of living a successful life. 7. Appendix. Self-improvement appears to have become one of our generation's most pressing concerns. It's a word that comes up frequently, describing a process that some believe is the key to a better future or a recipe for success that everyone should follow in their own lives. But why do we talk about self-improvement so much these days? Self-improvement is a broad term with diverse meanings for different people because we all have different goals, inclinations, and activities we want or have to do. Self-improvement, on the other hand, can be defined as a process through which a person improves oneself through the acquisition of knowledge, skills, or a change in their behavioral patterns. It necessitates a mindset that is centered on personal growth and development. People can better themselves in a variety of ways, including acquiring new abilities through hobbies that allow them to relax usefully from existing duties, and finally, improving their social and spiritual selves. Furthermore, there are several methods for self-improvement. In addition to formal education, we can better ourselves by attending various courses, learning online, reading, pursuing hobbies, going to the gym, and so on. Simply put, everyone wants to grow, broaden their horizons, obtain new experiences, and learn from them, and the opportunities to do so are many in this day and age. As a result, self-improvement entails active involvement in one's life. 253 Theory of Zeal, The Hustle. Reference 1. Make a fear list of the things you're afraid of. Tim Ferriss, an author and investor, advises fear setting, or making a list of what you're frightened to do and what you're worried will happen if you do it. Page number 41, 2. The Point is known as the dip by author Seth Godin, because it is where most individuals give up. Page number 122, 3. Robert Wright, a well-known science author, says, after all, natural selection doesn't want us to be happy, it only wishes us to be productive in the restricted meaning of the word. PG number 78, 4. Shane Parrish of the wonderful Farnham Street book had a brilliant idea about effectiveness and knowledge, which he found in an old Get Better at Tennis book from the 1970s, authored by Simon Ramo. Page number 143, 5. In his great book Delivering Happiness, Zappos CEO Tony Hsieh recounts how granting smaller, more regular promotions resulted in a quantifiable rise in employee satisfaction, despite the fact that the end result was the same. Page number 54, 6. Historian Robert Zaretsky explores Albert Camus's lifelong struggle to shed light on the ludicrous state, his yearning for a meaning or a unity to our lives, and its timeless yet increasingly current legacy in A Life Worth Living, Albert Camus and the Quest for Meaning, Public Library. Page number 14, 7. Harish V. Nair's piece in India Today on September 6, 2018, PG number 168, 254 Theory of Zeal, The Hustle. About the author Sai Hari Vignesh N., from Tamil Nadu, is the founder of Impulse Consortium. He is an author of more than 10 books and co-working in 25+ projects from the international arena, dreams higher to achieve goal and wants to have a major role in the improvement of society. He has mentored many youngsters and guided them to achieve success in their careers. He serves the society by being a part of multiple NGOs. Notably, he was a district president of Karur, Tamil Nadu during his service in the National Youth Council of India and zonal president of Southern Tamil Nadu for the Youth United Council of India. He is also an ambassador for the TIP community to create awareness among the youngsters about unification. His passion towards writing made him as literary judge of Shararat Inc.'s writing community. He also authored non-fictional book series, Era of Live On, to encourage the society to achieve their goals, along with morals and technical books named as Black, Beginner Level Arduino Codings, Basics of Java and Basic Electronics Tutorial, series for academic scholars and candidates. 255 Theory of Zeal, The Hustle. He has also done several anthologies for many books and co-authoring of the book Lithologics. He is being a part of 7 international engineering and research communities, namely IEEE, International Association of Engineers, National Society of Professional Engineers, International Association of Innovation Professionals, Space and Satellite Professionals International, International Management Research and Technology Consortium, and Institute for Engineering Research and Publication to contribute the globe by his innovations. His dedication towards the development is recognized by many international organizations which have allocated him many awards till now. His contribution in the writing industry made him receive the Best Young Author Award, Hindustan Writer Award and Golden Arc Award. He also made international records by building and launching low-power multifunctional Hummerbot which can perform an act based on the function a user wants to do, such as obstacle avoidance, infrared tracking, Bluetooth application control, along with real-time power detection, within a day on the occasion of International Creativity and Innovation Day. His records has been well recognized by Inksoid Book of Records and Glorious Book of Records. Also, his innovations made him as Most Innovative Mind of the Year 2021. His name is also registered by OMG Book of Records as national record holder for his innovative project. He also got awards from Ingenious Galore, Fabo, Talent Pillar and JPT Elite. His efforts to develop society allocated him 256 Theory of Zeal, The Hustle, with the Best Social Worker Award by Life World Community. He is also a Golden Bird awardee for his lifetime achievements. He was selected as one of the top 100 researchers of India, according to Foxclues, and also featured in multiple articles. He also received the India Prime Researcher Award for his research experiments and projects at a very young age. His hard work and efforts also made him an inspiring icon of the year 2021 by Aspirant Achievers. He is considered as Champion Learner Gold by IBM Skills Build. He is highly credible by obtaining more than 500 credentials through multiple international organizations like Google, Cisco, IBM, etc.